Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. We have a very exciting one today. Before we hop into the video, I do want to say, if you like watching these videos and you see the chat on the side of the screen and you think to yourself, man, it would be really fun to be a part of that. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday on Twitch. So if you want to join those, I would love to have you at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'll actually probably be streaming right around the time that this video is released. So if you're watching it right around the time it's released, you should hop by the Twitch stream. I would love to have you. Also, if you're someone that likes to watch the vlogs that I make, I have a whole second channel where I am completely vlogging my entire triathlon journey, so all the training and everything. It's been really fun. So if you are someone that does like the vlogs and you miss the vlogs, there will be a link to the second channel down below. But without further ado, let's get into it. Guys, gals, non-binary pals, we got an exciting video today, as they're always exciting, right? But this one, a lot of people, this one just came out literally as I'm recording this, but a lot of people wanted me to talk about this. So today we're going to be talking about my friend, actually, Michelle McDaniel, or My Thoughts Will Probably Offend You. She made a video. We're only going to talk about a portion of it because she talks about a lot of things in this video. But about 10 minutes in to the video, she talks about how Greg Doucette's cookbook is stupid, and that Greg Doucette is a dummy. I think that's what I got from the title of the video. I think she might have clickbaited me a little bit, but you know, she's the queen of that, so that's okay. But that's what we're gonna be talking about today. So let's see what she's actually saying in this video. Cookbooks are stupid.
So ever since my last video, the first episode of Who the is insert this YouTube star here, where we covered Greg Doucette, I got quite a bit of comments in my comment section complaining about his cookbook.
The cookbook's too expensive. Michelle, you need to buy Greg's cookbook and then review it and expose him. Do it. Tell us the truth about the cookbook. I feel like people are lying and I can't afford it, so please talk shit about it.
Okay, well, to the purchasing part, no.
Hey, Michelle doesn't play. I would never talk to you guys like that, okay?
I don't need to do all of that, but I can tell you what I think about cookbooks in general when it comes to my life. They're stupid for me to buy. I love riling you guys up. Some of you guys get mad about like some of the weirdest things because I don't want to buy a cookbook. Now everybody who ever bought a cookbook now or is a really big fan of Greg who can't take my criticism that I haven't even said yet is outside my house like this. I know it's hard. It's very hard now in 2021 to hear other people's opinions. Here you go. Just suck on this for a little bit and then I'll tell you my opinion and then you can take it out and then you can complain. Complain about anything you want. Okay, so
I do not understand. I do not understand how Michelle got that footage of me, but honestly, I'm a little disturbed and I would have appreciated if she would have asked to put me in her video, but that's okay.
So now that the pacifiers are in the baby's mouth and I can explain myself without all the crying, let me tell you why a cookbook is a waste of time, stupid, and just not the smartest purchase for me to do. So there's this thing that I discovered. Yeah, I Christopher Columbus this shit called Google. I'm guessing a lot of people haven't heard of it because I discovered it and I'm telling you about it right now. Google is this search engine that I can just type in really anything and it comes up. So when I'm craving a meal because I'm not some kind of chef, I just type in whatever I'm craving and it comes up. Now if I take that same phrase and put low calorie or healthier version or high protein version, that will come up. And here's the kicker to this Google thing that I discovered. It's free. And
she's so sassy, bro. It's ridiculous. Yeah, this is something I think anybody that has a platform online deals with is you get a lot of questions that literally, no joke, and I'm not trying to be like mean about this, but like there are so many questions I get that I'm like, literally, if you were to Google this, not just like literally anything, like that, you can find people that know so much more about this subject than me to give you answers than to rely on me, right? So like a lot of times I'm like, Google, not trying to even be mean, but like you will literally find better advice by just Googling it for yourself than just asking like me, or I'm assuming Michelle feels the same way, asking her.
And so free mixed with cheap equals me. He said himself that he puts a lot of stuff out there for free. So in my head, if I really want to make something that Greg Doucette has ever made, I'll just use the free shit. I did that a lot through my weight loss journey. I was a broke ass bitch. Another reason why I'm not really into cookbooks is because I eat very basic. You know who exposed pretty much my whole diet? Obese to Beast. He's
She loves that picture of me.
always posting what? Stir fry. That's the basis of my diet. If I meal prep all my meat and the rice, it takes me about 2 minutes to warm it up. I don't have time for steps, reading recipes, nothing. I just want to eat and get back to work.
Okay, so with this, I feel like I'm allowed to talk about this now because I was used, okay? But this is one of my biggest like tenets in losing weight and keeping it off, I believe, is consistency. And I was talking about this earlier in the stream, is like, if you find meals that work really well for you, one, you're going to know about how many calories are in that meal. So you won't have to track it every time that you eat it, right? And the more consistent you are with eating it, the faster you'll be able at cooking it. It won't become a big thing. For me, one of the biggest things, when I've talked about this in my full day of eatings, one of the biggest things, more than like macros sometimes, more than taste sometimes, for me, again, for me, is convenience. If your meal is going to take me 20 minutes to make it, I don't want to make it. I don't care how good it tastes. And I know there are other people that don't feel that way, that love cooking, that would totally enjoy a 20-minute meal. It's no time at all for them to make that. For me, 20 minutes is 15 minutes too long to make a meal. Like I don't want to spend that much time in the kitchen cooking. I just don't. Right? So for me, consistency and having something that is convenient is much more important than if it is like a 5-star restaurant level meal, because I want it to be as easy as possible and as quick as possible. So we agree on that point.
So once again, that would be a very stupid purchase for me because my main diet is very simple. Third, I feel like whenever I look at cookbooks, I've been gifted cookbooks before. And whenever I get like a cookbook, it's like super thick and I only will choose 1 or 2 or 3 recipes in the whole cookbook. And usually those recipes are things that I already eat, stir fry. So it's not the smartest purchase for me. Maybe for someone who's new and they really want like a lot of variety, it's probably a good purchase for them. I've had many clients get a cookbook from Greg and they love it.
Yeah, so like so many people complain, and I'm not sitting here saying whether the price is okay or it's not. I don't even really know how much it costs. I don't know how much the new one costs. But the way I see it, I was talking to my girlfriend about this when I was on the drive here. The way I see it is when you are purchasing, and this might be coming from someone because I'm an quote unquote influencer, but when you are purchasing something from an influencer or someone that has a name that you are like, I'm buying this because I watch their videos, like it's also about the fact that you want to support the person, right? So like if I were like, when I did my video on the Greg Doucette diet and I bought the cookbook, he didn't know that I was doing it. I bought the cookbook myself. I didn't ask for a free one, right? So for me, like when I go to support my friends that are, selling merch, or they're selling this thing or they're selling that thing, like if they're my friends, or if there's someone that I like their channel or I like their content, I understand that I am purchasing this. Hopefully it's a good product and I actually like the thing, right? That's important to me. But also just as important, if it's like an influencer or someone that I'm supporting, is I want my purchase to go towards them because I appreciate what they do for me for free, right? Whether it's entertainment or they've taught me something or whatever, right? And so it's a little bit different, at least in my opinion, than just straight up like being a cookbook. But the one thing I do want to say is that like his cookbook isn't going to magically make you lose weight, right? Like I would assume that he agrees with that. Like it's just recipes. So if you're not in a caloric deficit, you're not going to lose weight. I understand that his recipes can be low calorie and filling and stuff, and they will help with that. Absolutely. But like just buying it isn't going to make you lose weight, and you don't need to buy it if you want to lose weight. Like Michelle said earlier, he's made plenty of videos showing a lot of his recipes, right? For free on YouTube. That if you really wanted to, you could just watch those videos and you would have some recipes. Would you have all of them? No, right? But yeah, so.
Share the recipes with me. It looks great. But for me, reviewing a cookbook wouldn't be the best thing because I'm not gonna use it. I'm not really interested in what other people are making because I already like what I like. And lastly, to the people who want to complain that it's too expensive, then don't buy it. No one's forcing you to buy it. I swear to Sky Daddy, if anybody comes up to me and says, this is too expensive, I'm gonna complain about it. I never told you to purchase my stuff. Don't be a dummy. Don't buy things that are too expensive for you. What a weird thing to complain about. Anyway, does me saying that cookbooks are a waste of my time offend you? Does the price of Greg Doucette's cookbook offend you? Wait a minute. Hold up. $147 for a cookbook? $350 for all three? Woo, Greg.
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn
I haven't seen this part yet. I just watched like the first half. Oh man.
mind, you called me.
Okay, I just looked this up and yeah, why is this so expensive? Holy shit. To go back to my statement, I definitely wouldn't be buying this. I still stand by my words. If it's too expensive for you, definitely don't buy it, but shit. Are you exposing the Krabby Patty secret formula? I guess it doesn't matter to me anyway. I don't buy cookbooks. If I was to hire Greg, I guess I would use him for a competition prep coach. $12,000 for 4 months? Greg, that's about what many people pay for their mortgage in 4 months. In California. Shoot, now I'm slightly offended by this thing that doesn't affect me in any way, but trying to understand what people are saying. Plot twist, I really like Greg, but whoa, this must be some top tier training. If I drop $12,000 for 4 months of training, he better fly his ass down to my house, cook for me, stand next to me while I'm on the treadmill, dress up like Iago, and recite every line that Iago had in every single Aladdin movie. Holy crap.
So, okay. Whew. So it's really interesting to me. Someone in the chat said, I think it was Kevin, he said the problem that he has with like the cookbook is that it doesn't like teach you, right? Which I would agree. I mean, the thing is that a cookbook, you shouldn't expect you to teach you how to like lose weight. I think that where people have an issue with the whole Greg thing is that the way that he markets it is if you buy the cookbook, you will lose weight. But the reality is that if you are not implementing, being in a caloric deficit and understanding why you're losing the weight, it's the same thing that I have an issue with like Weight Watchers or with these other, not saying that it's the same as Weight Watchers, it's not, but like when you don't have the knowledge, when you don't know why you are losing the weight, you just know if you stick to this plan, you will lose weight. And then if you feel like if I get off the plan, I won't be able to lose weight anymore, that's not going to be helpful, right? So I'm not saying that it's Greg's fault. It really comes down to you doing the research and understanding why. But yeah, $12,000 for coaching is, I don't really know how that stuff works. I don't know how much that stuff normally is, but yeah, that's a lot.
Whoa. Oh, look at that. It's bonus time. So the Kardashians are...
Okay, so I think that's it. Yeah, that's all that we're going to be talking about. But yeah, it's oh man, I was not expecting that part at the end. But I think like I can understand why people get upset about things being expensive. I get it. Because I do think that like, and I believe wholeheartedly that money shouldn't, and it isn't, I believe that it's not a barrier when it comes to being able to lose weight. Like you shouldn't feel like you can't afford to lose weight. I understand that there are genuine issues that like when you don't have much money, it makes it harder. 100%. I'm not saying that it's not harder if you have less money, but you shouldn't feel, and I think it's really important, like you shouldn't feel like I don't have enough money to lose weight, because I don't believe that it's true. I understand that feeling and feeling like you're trapped and feeling like I just need more, like if I just had more money, I would be able to afford to do this. But I really do believe, and I'm saying this with like compassion, I genuinely believe that like money, and I mean this in a good way, like money shouldn't be a barrier. So like if you are someone that doesn't have much money, like you should be able to watch videos, to understand calories in, calories out, to understand TDEE, and you don't ever have to pay a single cent to any sort of influencer, to any sort of like, you know, cookbook thing, to anyone like me, anything like that, right? Like money shouldn't be a barrier. I understand that it can feel like that, and I'm not trying to discredit that by any means. I'm not. But I think it is really important that you feel like, because like just because you don't have a lot of money, you still can, you know, make this change when it comes to losing weight.